Hello everyone, my name is Dee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are going to be doing a very quick reading to see what your person's next move is. What are they planning next for this connection? What is their next plan of action when it comes to you and the connection itself? As always, this is a general reading, and with it being a general reading, please take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, then it is not meant for you. Pile 1, we have green aventurine. Pile 2, we have rose quartz. And pile 3, we have tiger's eye. Hello, pile 1, my green aventurine pile. Let's see what is your person's next move when it comes to you and when it comes to this connection. What is your person planning on doing next? Are they planning on doing anything when it comes to this connection? Let's take a look, pile 1. Okay, let's see what is on your person's mind when it comes to what is next. We start out with the Devil, the 8 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups, pile 1. So this is a pretty, oh my goodness, and the 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There is a lot going on here, and it's not very good, pile 1. So whether this has to do with the connection or not, it does seem to me that this person at this point in time might feel very stuck. They're not really planning on doing much about this connection at this point in time. Now, since there is a lot of hurt and a lot of pain on some of these cards, I will also display my little friend, the 3 of Swords, maybe off to the side there, top of the Devil. There's a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, which of course could have to deal with the connection or might not have anything to do with the connection. But to me, the Devil will bring up mental and emotional health issues, as will the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. Things such as depression and or anxiety. This person could have maybe a lot going on, especially if it has not, okay, so let me just preface this by saying, if this has to do with the connection, if for some reason or another your person feels very hurt and heartbroken by you at this point in time. So maybe you threw this on here to see what's going on between you and this person. And this person is very much so still hurt and still heartbroken by whatever has occurred here. So let's say this is an ex or a recent ex and the two of you just went through a bad breakup. It seems very much so to me that this person is kind of stuck in that pain and maybe even that loneliness via the 5 of Cups. And they're feeling very stuck in it because of the 8 of Swords. So for some of us, that might make sense. Now for others, especially, let's say if this isn't a recent ex, if you just threw this on here to see what it is that your love interest is going to do about you and the connection, there's something going on in this person's life that is, again, completely now outside of the connection. Okay, so that first part of it, if this is an ex, they're still feeling very hurt and very heartbroken by whatever occurred between the two of you. And for some of us, it could very well be that we just went through a bad breakup with this person. It could very well be that we broke up with them. It could also maybe even be that maybe they broke up with us, but they're really feeling the pain of missing you, and they're stuck on that pain. However, again, since this might not for all of us be a recent ex, and this could just be somebody, again, that's more so of a love interest, there's something going on here behind the scenes when it comes to your person. Okay, to me, when it comes to all these cards, the Devil, at first, it could bring up things such as insecurities. So this person could be very insecure with themselves, and that's why there's not really a plan forward, aside from the personal issues that they seem to be having. There could be a lot of insecurities via that Devil card. And with that 8 of Swords, they could be very stuck on these insecurities. They could feel very badly about themselves and not really feel like they have much to offer someone else when it comes to a loving, romantic commitment. However, I also feel like with the Devil will bring up mental and emotional health and mental and emotional issues. So this person could be dealing with something like depression or anxiety. The Eight of Swords will bring up depression and anxiety, as will the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords. For some of them, they could have just lost someone who's very close to them, because to me, that Five of Cups at times will bring up something like grief. Okay, so this person is going through something right now. Again, especially if this is not an ex or an ex-love interest of some sort, this person seems to be dealing with a lot right now. This person is not really feeling up for anything when it comes to romance. This person is dealing with a heavy, heavy burden. They're dealing with a lot right now. To me, that could be that mental and emotional burden of having to deal with something like clinical depression or generalized anxiety disorder, or this person could have had something really tragic or devastating or suffered some sort of loss within their personal life, which you may or may not be privy to. Okay, so whatever the case might be, I feel like for right now, at this current point in time, this person doesn't really have any plans to move this connection forward. And this person perhaps isn't really even planning their next move. This person seems to be very lost and very upset, very hurt, very heartbroken by certain things that have recently occurred within their personal life. Okay, so whether it's that maybe they lost a job and they're really suffering right now and they're scared right now for their own future, or whether they lost someone who was very close to them, and they're just feeling very lost and concerned right now, very stuck. Unfortunately, it seems like this person is dealing with some very unfortunate circumstances within their personal life, and it just seems as though they do not have it on their mind to make any positive movement forward right now. Okay, I would say that if you are closer to this person, if this person is more so of a friend to you first and foremost, they could definitely use a little hello, how are you? They could definitely use a little support right now. I hope that that makes sense, pile one. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I wish that there was better news for me to put out there, but it seems like this person is struggling and suffering in some type of way right now, and unfortunately that does mean no positive movement for this current point in time. Okay, thank you so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hello, pile two, my rose quartz pile. Let's take a look at what your person's next move is. What are they planning on doing when it comes to this connection? What is their next plan of action when it comes to you? What are their big plans, pile two? Let's take a look to see what they've got going on. What are they planning when it comes to you and when it comes to this connection? Okay, we have the Well. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, what a beautiful little message. So when it comes to the Well and the Seven of Pentacles, to me, that's definitely indicating this person is trying to get to know you better. They're really trying to, I want to say, like, sow, I guess, because it's like reap what you sow, and I feel like right now they're doing that sowing, I guess we could say, with that Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is highly indicative of cultivating or cultivation. So to me, and it's also has a message behind it of like gardening and planting, etc. So when this card comes out, we could definitely see that this person is planting some seeds, and I feel like these seeds that they are planting, it's not so much like them being little weirdos. It's not so much like them dropping little hints. It's more so about them trying to build the foundation that exists between the two of you. The well, to me, is more so going to bring up the emotional aspect of it. Like they're trying to, the well for me, a lot of times it brings up emotions, because I relate it to almost like a cups card, almost like water. They're trying to build up the emotions that exist between the two of you. They're trying to deepen the emotional bond, let's say, that the both of you have. The well in and of itself, I believe, is a card that represents creation and fulfillment, and they're trying to create something here. They're trying to build something here. And the Seven of Pentacles has a very similar message to it of trying to build something here between the both of you. But the Seven of Pentacles, since it has that more so gardening message, it's more so about planting something. It's about allowing for something to grow. That well card, it's to me more so bringing up deepening the bond, whereas that Seven of Pentacles is more so about deepening the commitment. It's about really wanting to set a firm, stable, and secure foundation between the both of you. And then we end with this Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is a card that is directly bringing up a gesture of love, which is terms for asking you out. So this person is definitely building up to something. They want to deepen the level of commitment here. They want to move forward when it comes to this connection. They are going to make positive movement forward. And I feel like right now, or even perhaps more so into the near future, we're going to see a lot more of this person trying to build that bond with us, trying to get more deeply connected, deeply bonded with us, getting to know us better, trying to build that foundation that exists between the two of us. And this person is definitely planning on making positive movement forward in the form of asking you out. When it comes to maybe more so established connections, then this is very clear cut, trying to deepen the level of commitment here as well. So depending on whether this is new and fresh, whether this is a romantic interest, whether this is a friend with benefits, or whether this is somebody that you are in a more so established connection with, this person is looking to take things and to evolve them to the next level. And I feel like with them, they do like to take their time with that Seven of Pentacles cards, but they like to take that time, and while they're taking their time, they are really building a stronger emotional bond with you. They're wanting this bond between the both of you to grow. And between the well and the Seven of Pentacles, to me, it's really all about allowing for this to unfold at a natural pace. You know, it's not really about the fact that they're taking their time or they're going too slow, I guess is what I want to say. And it's not like they're trying to rush things. They really are wanting this to develop naturally, and they're doing their best to make sure that it is developing naturally between the both of you. That seems to maybe be something that's very important to them, which I feel like is something that's important to many of us, where we don't want anything that's, let's say, fabricated. We don't want something that is forced kind of thing. And I feel like this person, when it comes to that planting of seeds and allowing for them to grow, when it comes to that cultivation, they are simply just allowing, like they're loving the way that this connection, let's say, doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel controlled. It doesn't feel like they need to do this, and this to either keep your interest or whatever the case might be, whatever it is that's on their mind. Because that, for me, that's coming up. Like, they don't feel like they have to do anything to force this connection down the path that it's meant to go down. They feel very confident and very comfortable in the sense that this connection is moving along exactly the way it should be, at exactly the pace it should be, etc. I hope that that message makes sense. But to me, it's honestly such a beautiful little message to get here, where this person doesn't feel like they have to act a certain way or do certain things. They feel like, and they know that they can show up as exactly who they are, and they are being accepted by you and welcomed by you, and they're welcoming you and they're accepting you for exactly who it is that you are. And it really seems like, to me, when it comes to this connection, the two of you are getting to know one another on such a deep level. The two of you are building this strong foundation with one another at this point in time. And this person is wanting to move things forward with you of course, dependent on what step the two of you are already at. So this could be asking you out on a date, or this could be proposing with that Knight of Cups. Obviously, again, dependent on if this is a newer connection, they'd be asking you out on a date. If you've been with this person for a couple years, they'd be asking you to marry them. But this person is definitely looking to continue forward in this connection. They feel like this is a connection that can learn and can grow with one another throughout time, and they are looking for and wanting for the two of you to continue to grow this bond that you have with one another, and they're looking forward to continuing their life with you. Okay, they really do feel very strongly in the future that the two of you could have with one another. I really, really sincerely hope that this reading resonates and that it makes sense for those of us who it is meant for. Thank you so, so, so much, Pile 2, for allowing me to read for you today. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello, Pile 3, my tiger's eye pile. Let's take a look at what your person's next move is. Okay, what are they planning on doing next within this connection? What are their next moves? What are they planning on doing? What is their next plan of action? Let's see, Pile 3, what is going on in this connection between you and your person? What are they hoping for to happen here? And what are they going to make happen here? First and foremost, though, what are they planning on doing next when it comes to this connection? We have the Four of Swords. We have too many cards, but Four of Cups and Ace of Wands are sort of interesting there. And we kept one of them. We've kept the Ace of Wands. We didn't keep it. It jumped out again, is what I should say. It jumped out again. And we have, had a couple cards slip out onto the table, which we put back, but we lost the Page of Wands to the floor, which I am struggling to pick up. So we have Four of Swords, we have Ace of Wands, and we have the Page of Wands here today. The Four of Swords to me is a card that can indicate no communication, no contact. Four of Swords at times it can indicate taking a step back. The Four of Swords at times it can indicate really, I would say it brings up fear and anxiety. It sort of will bring up us, again, just sort of taking a back seat. It's good that we started with this card because we have the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands, which is highly indicative of there being this person putting themselves out there when it comes to this connection. So that's a good thing. But you might find with this person either right now, in the recent past, or just in general, this person may have the tendency to almost sort of, let's say, dip out at times. And this could have to deal with their fears and anxieties. Maybe they're a little bit fearful to move things forward. Maybe they're a little bit hesitant to move things forward. And a lot of that mainly has to deal with them when it comes to the Four of Swords, like they're going through something, or they have insecurities that are holding themselves back from making positive movement forward, or they might not feel like they are ready to settle down yet. Whatever the case might be. I find it actually very interesting to have the Four of Swords and then the Page of Wands here, especially just because the Page of Wands to me, whenever it jumps out, it really brings a strong message of putting yourself out there. You know, you're putting yourself out there, you're communicating, you know, you are really beginning to open up your horizons, see what's out there, etc. Put yourself out there. With that Four of Swords, it'll bring up no contact, no communication. It'll almost bring up to sort of isolating yourself with the Four of Swords. And I feel like at times that could be something that this person does. But I do feel like this at times can be a very relatable message, and I don't really feel like it goes beyond that. You know, like I feel like this could be, or you could be dealing with someone, Pile 3, who maybe is introverted, whereas sometimes you want to be left alone and other times you are putting yourself out there. But when it comes to this connection for you, unfortunately, that might be rather confusing, especially if this person is not explaining themselves. You know, for you, it could be like, okay, why is this mother effer? Like, why is 1 week I'm hearing from this a-hole every other day? All the time they're blowing up my phone, and then why other times do they seem to be either ghosting me or dipping out of my life? With that said, Ace of Wands is going to bring up communication, and I feel like this is somebody who needs to clearly communicate with you, and you need to clearly communicate with them about what your expectations are. This person might like to hide and get away from the world, and that's a-okay, but it's only a-okay if they are communicating that with you. And when it comes to a partnership, you might not be the type of person that wants to deal with somebody who wants to go and run and hide and isolate themselves at times. If they don't feel like being bothered, or if they don't feel like they have the energy, or if they're just an introvert and they need to recharge their social batteries. That's where that Ace of Wands and the communication between the two of you needs to be happening. So that you know what this person is up to, and you know how this person is feeling when they maybe do want to sort of be a little bit of a recluse, if that makes sense. But basically, with all of that said, because I feel like I kind of went off a little bit on a tangent, the Four of Swords to me is mainly going to indicate this person either being a little bit fearful or scared or insecure when it comes to moving this connection forward. Or again, this could very well be that this person at times likes to dip out. This person at times likes to go within. They like to sort of isolate themselves from the rest of the world. They like to take a step back. They're not always seeming to be constantly doing. And that, I feel like at times for you, Pile 3, could be very confusing, because we do have the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands here. And the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands here are highly indicative of communication and of putting yourself out there. The Ace of Wands is going to signify that this person is very interested in you. The Page of Wands is going to bring up that this person feels very passionately about the connection and wants to see this connection move forward and go places. This person's looking forward to exploring the connection. I would say when it comes to what's next and what this person is planning next, we could see that a period of time in which the two of you are either low or no contact is going to really begin to clear up, and this person's going to begin to communicate a lot more, and this person's going to begin to put themselves out there. I'm not going to say ask you out in the sense of asking you out on a date, at least not yet. This to me is more so, that Page of Wands to me is more so making plans with you. Making plans to see you, making plans to go maybe participate in something that the two of you love doing, whether that's going to a concert, going to a craft fair, going out to the bar, going to go grab coffee at Starbucks, does not matter. This person's very interested in spending more time with you and communicating with you more. I feel like, though, what could end up being a little bit of a problem and maybe has been an issue in this connection is what I was and kind of have been explaining. That at times this person, or in general, this person might be someone who is very introverted and needs time to themselves, for themselves, by themselves. But what you both need to do with one another is that Ace of Wands communicate, so that you know and they know what the expectations are when it comes to this connection. I hope very much so that this made sense in some way, if we're looking at this at a very base level, without any other speculation or reading into this too much. I would say that this person is going to begin to be a lot more active in your life. This person's going to begin to become a lot more communicative. And this person's really going to begin to put themselves out there more when it comes to you and when it comes to the connection. For many of us, especially in these newer connections, as this is a love interest, I would not really expect for this person to be asking you out over the course of the next couple weeks. It's more so, or like asking you out in the form of romantically. To me, it's more about asking you if you want to go do something, asking you if you want to hang out, but not so much asking you out on, let's say, a formal date is the vibe here. They want to see you. They want to get to know you better. They're very interested in you. They're very passionate about this connection. And they want to begin to put themselves out there, and they want to begin to communicate more with you and do more things with you. But it doesn't quite seem to me that with whatever insecurities are going on here with the Four of Swords and whatever dipping out even perhaps is going on here with the Four of Swords, that they're ready to take that connection to like whatever the next level would be for the two of you. But they're ready to begin doing more, seeing more, of you and communicating more with you, and they want to make plans with you to go and do something together. I hope that makes sense, File 3. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day.